Yo, what's good, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to another Tyler Perry's Divorce Sistas review. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning family member, then you already know what it is and what it always will be. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell somebody to tell somebody if you choose to, but if not, just sit back, relax while we get into this messy thing. Y'all see that thumbnail? So y'all already know who we will be discussing in this video. That hoe over there. I mean, that woman over there, Geneva. And the title of this video is Geneva and JAVON'S 6-year itch. Now, this is the reversal of the 7-year itch. And the 7-year itch is normally within 7 years of a relationship, things start to shift. What was once cute is not cute anymore. What once used to make you happy gets on your nerves. What you were able to overlook, you just can't overlook anymore. But not in this case. With JAVON and Geneva, it's been 6 years since their last interaction. And now he comes back from the land of Oz or wherever the hell he was and expects her to just leave her husband. Y'all, we have to dissect this because I have so many questions and there are so many things that were left unanswered and so many things that don't make sense to me when it comes to this whole Geneva and JAVON storyline. So we're just going to talk about it. And whatever else you want to discuss, you can put it in the comments. So when I look at Geneva and JAVON, the first thing I want to say is I don't want any sex this powerful. I don't want any penis this powerful. And what I mean by that is if I haven't been with you in 6 years and then you pop up and it has completely made me lose my mind. It has completely made me forget about the fact that I am married. It has completely made me forget about the fact that I have not been with you, felt you, engaged with you in 6 years, but I am willing to blow up my entire life because you've shown up, bruh. Stay the hell away from me. Don't knock on my door. Don't call me. Don't send me a text or email because you are dangerous. These type of people are dangerous and you don't want to get involved with them. That's first and foremost. The fact that the mere presence of JAVON caused Geneva to go back 6 years and desire to be with him. The fact that she was even contemplating on what life would be like if she left William and started something with this man when she was having a conversation with Rashida. And it's amazing to me that in the midst of all of this, the one person that Geneva has not thought about is her daughter, Anika. How would this affect her? How would this blow up this little baby's life? But she can't even think that far because all Geneva is concerned about is the throbbing that is taking place between her legs. Geneva, you do. You do. When JAVON shows up to Geneva's job, this man has such a level of sexiness to me that is unmatched, okay? He knows what he's doing. The embrace that they have, it was such a feeling of longing, of yes, you're here. I am happy you're here. I somewhat feel complete. That was the energy that Geneva was giving to me. And then there is a brief conversation that takes place within Geneva's office where, JAVON tells her, I'm glad that we're here, especially the way that, things were left. And she said, yeah, you just up and left. So it made me believe that there is a discrepancy on what JAVON believes happened within their relationship, if we can call it that, and what Geneva believes happened within their relationship. It obviously didn't end well, but she believes that JAVON just left, which leads me to believe that Geneva wanted him to stay and fight for her. She wanted him to stay and possibly give her some time to figure out what she was going to do with William. The more I watched Divorce Sistas episode by episode, it just reiterated how selfish of a person Geneva is. So much so that she is pining away for this man. She's giving him all the energy that says, I want you to take me right here on this desk. And then when he shows up unannounced, I might add, to their home when they was getting ready to go to the banquet, and there's a brief moment that Geneva and JAVON are alone, and she asks him, what are you doing here? JAVON goes straight into Key Sweat babyface begging and pleading his case. I left my wife. It's time for you to do the same. I said, bro, hold up. Why did it take you 6 years to leave your wife? Because something is incomplete about that story for me. If Javon and Geneva, if it was so good when they were together, and in my eyes, how good could it have been? Because as she did state, and I would give Geneva her props for this, she said it was good. That's when we were sneaking around. I said, bingo, bingo, baby, you won. Because Javon, what was good about sneaking around? How great could you have been? You are both appeared to be devoted, married people to your spouse. The fact that they're not even willing to consider that you guys are cheating on them. So how great was it? The only thing that I can conjure up that was great was the sex. That was it. And I know I've said this before doing these reviews. When you're sneaking around, when you're doing something that is considered forbidden, it heightens the mood. It heightens the pleasure. Some people have a kink, I guess you can say, of getting caught or of being seen, having sex in public. Everyone has like certain things, and I'm not judging whatever your kink may be. But it appears that Geneva and Javon enjoyed what they were doing when they were doing it. I still need to know why it took Javon 6 years to leave his wife. That part was not made clear to us. And I need, when the second half of season 1, when it comes back on, I need that to be made clear, because that doesn't make sense to me. If you missed her every single day for the past 6 years, if you wanted to be with her every day for the past 6 years, you've been MIA. Now, we did find out that Javon was sending her messages. He made sure he verified that Geneva did in fact get them. But Geneva said she ignored them. Okay, boom. So if I've been ignoring your messages when we ended 6 years ago, and I have not sent you a text, email, call, pigeon carrier, I've done nothing to get your attention for the past 6 years, and you think you just finna come in my life and blow it up? And this is where the confidence of Javon comes in. He knows that he can. He told Geneva, tell me that you're happy. I dare you. Baby, he read her from A to Z. He read her body language. What I will say is that Javon is highly in tune with Geneva. And then we got William over here, who I absolutely love and adore, who is, baby, he is blindsided to all the red flags. He can't see nothing. Danger, one way, do not enter, red light, caution, uneven lanes. All the warning signs. This man can't see them. And baby, I don't want that for William. But William, baby, just like Tiffany, I need you to wake up and smell the Folgers in your cup. Because Javon and Geneva are diabolical people, and they need to be stopped. They need to be stopped. This is why you don't cheat. This is why you do not do these things, because they're going to always come back and bite you in the ass. For 6 years, this woman thought she was scot-free. Now Javon has popped up. Now he is causing some distress with Geneva, so much so that she is treating her best friend like the dirt underneath her toes, the scum of the earth. To me, that's how she's treating Tiffany. So much so that she is rejecting her husband. So much so that it's causing rifts in these relationships. So much so that even Rashida finds out that Geneva has been lying to her for the past 6 years, because Geneva told Rashida that it only happened once. There was only one sexual interaction between her and Javon, and then Geneva had to come clean on that banquet day when they were in the back because she was about to have a panic attack. It was more than that. It was a full-out affair, and now he is questioning the paternity of Anika, which he has every right to. And speaking of paternity and children, I need to know if Javon has children with his wife. His ex-wife. What happened there? Who left who? He says he left his wife. I don't know if I believe it. I mean, they are divorced. Who left who really doesn't matter. But I don't know. Javon, he tries to play both sides of the coin. He says he doesn't want to hurt William. I call BS. Because you're coming to take this man's wife. You are trying to hurt him. Now, you may believe that the way in which you're going about it is right and upstanding. There is no right and upstanding way. It's just not it. Both of them are selfish as hell. And on top of that, we have Javon, who is using Tiffany to get to Geneva. Diabolical on so many ends, especially when you think about everything that Tiffany has endured with her divorce, with her putting her daughter through college, with her trying to gain the strength to get back into the dating scene. And then you meet this man who you are absolutely enamored with, just in awe of, and you're being used. You're just a pawn in his game. It's absolutely diabolical. Geneva and Javon both. I want to say they need to go to hell, but I'm trying to do better, but not this video. They need to take a slope to hell, take a visit. I ain't saying they need to stay permanently, but get burned a little bit and come back up. Because the mere fact that these two people can move how they are moving without considering how it's going to affect other people is wild to me. But sometimes that's just human nature. We want what we want, we desire what we desire, and we are not thinking about the consequences until it blows up in our face. And that's how we were left with Geneva, the possibility of the paternity of Anika blowing up in her face. That not only that, but it will reveal the secret of this affair between Javon and Geneva. I'm here for it. I'm really here for it, because we just need to understand. If you do something, it will come to the light. Just period. And also, if you're not happy, speak up. If something is going on in your relationship that's causing you to be withdrawn, speak up. Now, if you have a spouse who is not attentive, is not taking your grievances into consideration and trying to make a change, then you need to decide whether or not that's a place that you want to stay. But what I can say, Geneva has never stated that William was a bad husband and the husband that wasn't attentive. She has never stated that he was a bad father. She has never stated that he is not a provider or a protector. The only grievance we've heard about William is that he has a 5-inch penis. And if that is the only thing that you could come up with, sis, I need you to do better. Now, I'm not saying that maybe, hey, you can work around a 5-inch penis. It ain't that bad. You can work around that, ma'am. Okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But if that's the only thing that Geneva has to make claim on William, that's why she's trying so hard to prove that this man is cheating on her. No, I know he's cheating. I know it's somebody else. No, girl, it's you. And you're projecting. That's all I got to say about this effort right now. I have another video that I'm working on dealing with Geneva and the rest of the ladies and some of the storylines or some of the things that have been plaguing me as questions. So, like I said, even though Divorce Sistas is on a hiatus right now, I don't know when they're returning for the second half, but I do want to keep the conversations going. So it's going to be more videos that I'm dropping dealing with Divorce Sistas and the messiness behind the magic. And I just want to thank you guys for listening. Until next time, I will holler at y'all later, and y'all be safe out there. Bye.